There we go, folks. How are we doing on this beautiful, beautiful game day Friday? We're here at the Herbal IQ Lounge. I had a little tech difficulty right there with the frozen screen, but everything is all good now. And talking about frozen, we got the Sabres on the ice tonight in Boston. Seems like a lot of people had some wishes granted, some miracles granted getting out there. We had Blade Gang getting right out there. I just saw Bulldogs kid.
Owen Parker made
Yeah.
the run. I mean, I was just listening to the audio on the way here. They rallied on the morning show. I thought that was well done. Listen, we need boots on the ground. We need to pull out all the stops. We can't let this one get back for a game 7. We got to take care of business tonight. It's like just under 3 hours till puck drop. We're here in the Q Lounge where all products at Herbal IQ are 30% off. What a spot to be.
Yeah, what a spot to be. Vibes are always high, no pun intended, at Herbal IQ, especially the Q Lounge, the Q Coffee. Now an introduction here as well. We're joined by our guy, Axel, over there in the corner.
Oh, wow.
But you're right, we can't let it come back to the barn. I know we have the home ice if it is game 7, but you don't want to come back, let them come back from a 3-1 deficit, obviously. You got to close it out tonight, Don.
Yeah, I was saying, obviously, besides the sports of it all, we don't know when wants lost, but I was telling Zach, I'm like, I got a gig after tonight, 10-1.
Big.
If we don't win
Wait.
this game, I might not show up.
Yeah.
I might have to I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be able to perform for 3 hours and bring all this energy and if we can't win. But on the flip side, if we close it out, win our first series in 16 years, 15 years. When was the last time?
Last time we won a playoff series was
20.
2007.
2007.
Yeah,
It's
so
20
19 years.
six
It
years.
would be just under 19 years. But yeah, again, I think the consensus around among Sabres fans, I don't think anyone's truly worried because we have been the better team. Lion has been a steadying impact, but yeah, you got to go prove it for 60 minutes tonight. If you take any hesitancy in, coming out slow first period, it could come back to bite you. So going to need it all from the Swords tonight. And obviously, we'll eventually make our way to Sports City Pizza Pub for that. But a lot going on. Oh, by the way, Norris back in the lineup. Speaking of Bulldog, he was he kind of sold me on Norris tonight because he's
Okay.
like, this is a guy
Okay.
who was clearly hurt after game 1, played game 2, wasn't effective. People are kind of negative about that. Took a couple games off, feeling better. Should be hopefully back to that point per game guy.
Yeah. I mean, we need it tonight. Power play finally broke the glass, broke through, got one last game. I think that's going to be the factor tonight. Again, this is a team takes a lot of penalties. I think they've taken more penalties than they've really been called for, to be honest, in the last couple of games. I think tonight that changes. We get some guys in the box, get some more opportunities out there, and yeah, hopefully we get one from Norris. I mean, he's due. Tage is due. A lot of guys are due to explode on this offense, and that's what I think we're going to see. Now, speaking of exploding,
I was saying explosive.
yeah, explosive things. We're going to check around with some national stories and some local stories. But first up on some national stories.
This got you feeling good. Let's go.
Yeah, we got the J.P. Morgan scandal. Slick, do you want to describe this for the folks at home?
I don't actually. I'm not familiar, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay.
This was so ridiculous yesterday that my dad was talking to me about the J.P. Morgan scandal. And my dad typically stays out of the memes
Wait, so
and the shit stories. You saw this? You didn't
are
see
these?
this?
I'm not sure. Just get into it, and I may.
Cannons?
No. I didn't see this.
Oh my god, you
didn't see
did?
it? No.
Oh, wow.
The text from the boss?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so basically what you had, Don, and correct me when I go wrong. I may go astray here. I'm sitting in the Q Lounge. I'm picking up some great vibes. We had a kind of reverse, potentially sexual harassment situation from what you standardly have. Typically, like your standard typical expectation for that situation is man on a woman,
Oh.
right?
Yes,
In this
yes.
situation, it was a woman superior
yes.
texting a male subordinate. And it was basically
her,
being very aggressive, and then at certain points, just getting, basically demanding things.
She was
done.
basically trying to make this employee her sex slave, from what
Yeah,
from my
that was the
understanding.
headline. Is
a little bit of that going on.
Senior J.P. Morgan makes former staffer sex slave. and as so far, and again, these were all allegations. We're going to walk through the whole thing because it turns out a lot of this might might be all smoke and mirrors, pun intended, with the smoke from the Q Lounge rising up right now. But yeah, it wasn't text. Apparently, it was in person reactions. Some of these things we can't even say. Some of the things that this guy claimed. Now, originally, he's an anonymous person. He's listed as John Doe. Comes out
Doe.
Yeah, that's Jane Doe, John Doe.
Yeah.
That's like the anonymous person. So he comes out, says he lost his job for X, Y, and Z, and it was any promotions and bonuses were being threatened, and to the point that she was coercing him, forcing him into doing things, physical acts, and it went as far as apparently drugging with Rufalin, which is what commonly known as roofies, and Viagra, which is a wild combo. I don't mean to laugh. This is not.
They shouldn't call them roofies. They should call them flories.
Yeah, because they put you down on the floor. Well, you're putting you down in one way and getting you up in the other.
So if that's what she was intending to do, then that's pretty sick. And I mean, yeah, not much else to say in that regard. All of this alleged, obviously. See how it plays out. But yeah, just a wild national headline. Especially from that side of things.
I mean, we've all seen Wolf of Wall Street. We see how the finance bros are all about it: fast money, fast cars, fast drugs, all of that, fast lifestyle.
DR period.
Yeah, exactly.
Love DR period.
But but the crazy part for this, I think the most famous quote is where there's a paraphrase. She's pretty much pulls her shirt down, says, "Your wife doesn't have cannons like these." Now, a lot of people saw this and said, "This isn't real. There's no way a woman refers to those."
I don't know.
This is coming from a guy's mouth.
Well, of course it is. I think because he's the one telling the story.
So we're at a weird spot.
So it's a game of telephone here.
Yeah. So originally it was like, this is unbelievable. This is crazy. But again, this is coming off the tail.
It's also an accusation.
It is. It's coming off the tail of the Rossini thing. It's coming off the tail of other stuff in the Barstool world that we don't even need to get into, like of all this, where there's been a lot of inappropriate behavior. But it kind of comes out yesterday. Pictures of the guy get posted. Internet unanimously says, "No way is this real." And it seems like it's coming out that
poor guy.
There were complaints filed. There were
complaints filed. The Q Lounge.
Yeah, it's a party.
We love the Q Lounge here. 6300 Transit Road. Got everything you need to come host an event. Come do whatever you want.
Yeah, but anyway, this story, it might turn out to just be an unfortunate nothing burger, and even more unfortunately, kind of slandering this poor woman. But a lot of people,
I know,
have had some kind things to say.
This is the problem. This is the problem of where we're at, and I want to take the temperature with you, Don, now, because you said you were simmering on this. Do you at this point, do you think it's real? Are you buying into the validity of this JP Morgan scandal, this alleged JP Morgan scandal?
No, because in like company speak, when the first article by the Daily Mail came out, it reported that the company instantly dismissed all claims, said they were a complete fabrication and stuff. I think if the company wasn't 100% sure, they'd be like, "We take this seriously and we're looking into this internally," or something like that. But from what I've read, there's a lot of reports coming out that they asked him for texts and emails. He provided nothing. She gave all of hers. They found nothing. His lawyer even walked away from the case, and he kind of walked away from. And he walked away from the company without explanation.
You know who else's lawyer walked away from the case? Yeah. So
no lawyer would walk away if they thought cannons were real. Yeah. If they thought cannons were real, they are pinned to the table. They're not going anywhere. You couldn't drag them away from that case with cannons.
Yeah, exactly. And even furthermore in the story, it seems that apparently he might have asked JP Morgan for a huge bonus, a 6-figure bonus. They turned him down. He left, and then all these accusations come out. So I mean, it's just a wacky story, but I think the person I feel worse about is this guy's wife, because if these claims aren't true, then he just made up a bunch of nasty quotes about
Yeah.
his own wife.
Yeah,
basically.
That's tough.
So, yeah. And speaking of scandals, got to talk about it. This story just never ends. Let's segue right into more Vrabel things, as if you couldn't hate Patriots fans and Vrabel more. Goes to the season ticket holder event, standing ovation. I mean, that's how cheaters do it, right? You see the head cheater, head honcho, and we all give it up for him.
I mean, adultery is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad in terms of cheating. Yeah.
And especially in the society and the assessment, I just don't understand. I don't even think in Buffalo, where we worship, our football figures, I cannot see a standing O for an adulterer. I just couldn't have seen it. And I don't mean to be like that. I'm not trying to be like holier than thou or anything like that, but it just seems like one of those very few values left remaining that's, very sacred. So with that said, like I'm puzzled by this action, but I guess I shouldn't be from the New Englanders slick.
Yeah, people take their beliefs very seriously, and adultery is obviously a sin in a lot of people's eyes. And people also take their football very seriously. I know New England does that. They have a tendency to care and not throw bias away, even when it comes to cheating, because they don't give a fuck. They will just roll with it as long as it gets them a ring. Standing O for the guy. Not surprised by the Patriot way of it all from that front.
Done. Yeah, and listen, mistakes are made. It's it happens. I'm not trying to throw stones. Obviously, very serious thing. But again, I think the way it went about hiring crisis manager.
Yeah,
both deny it like crazy. It's found out that this was a thing. Goes in front of the team, says, media mistakes happen. Had tough conversation. Bang! It comes out this might be going on for 6 years. Bang, her first son has the same name. Just really
Spotify playlists. Sorry,
Spotify playlists that are get
greatest
clean
coaches named
during
Mike.
during a losing streak. Yeah,
very difficult.
Tampering with we don't have this official
coach of the year, MVP voting. There was a lot of things going on there.
Potentially AJ Brown headed over there. Again, that's Schefter said it was, this deal is going to happen. But until the ink dries, I don't know.
So what is it, post June 1st? So apparently we're 1 month away from getting this happening finally.
Yeah. I'm wondering if if this story is going to keep, if more and more good, because just when you think it's dead, he does the emergency summit with his wife, gets her a hoodie, and then it's right back to business as normal. The playlist gets posted, so it's like, I don't know, the internet sleuths in this. I wonder if I feel like by now Rossini's team, they had to have wiped everything clean. I mean, she deleted the
it took
Twitter.
Her a while to get the Twitter deleted.
People do forget Spotify technically is a social media platform as well as streaming.
For sure. We were talking about videos. We were talking about all kinds of stuff on Spotify, but this sounds crazy, but I feel like in the old days, it was easier to get over someone cheating on you, especially if you were in a public figure, in the limelight. She
100%.
can't basically go on the internet. She can't go on the internet now, because it basically all that exists is her husband and ridiculous cheating things and things like that. It's impossible. Whereas in 1950, you could just be like, all right, well, I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, 1950, you could just go. You could drive from Buffalo to Cleveland, go there, not give her a phone number. Drive back. How are they going to find you? How the pay phones and stuff? This day and age, we were talking about it, saving with the wise words.
It's happened with me before, kind of.
Yeah.
So you know what I don't see. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You know what I don't see talked about? What was the end game of hiring this PI?
If that's what happened, again, people are kind of denying that the husband of Rossini hired him. We don't really know what's going on in there. I think the only thing, there's one person that's I'm very close to the situation, and she is really trying to get privacy, stay off everything. It's no.
Oh no! Well, just to be clear, she tried to tweet through it. First, she tried the 6 a.m. tweet. Then she tried I forget what the other tweet she was, but then she tried 2 tweets and she was done.
Yeah, and now deleted. And they were saying, this has ruined her career. She's been fired. It's not really fair. I mean, we can all have our own opinions on that, but that's the one thing news report. Unfortunately, reporters, journalists, those media members, especially when they have a stake in the game, are held to a higher standard than coaches, or at least coaches in New England. Now, I'm going to pose the question, you guys.
Uh-oh.
Do you think New England is like the outlier?
No.
Do you think? Okay, I'll put it.
Outlier of
do
what
you think
exactly?
Of organizations that would just completely be like, whatever, we'll get through this, and we're going to bury this unless something really, really horrible and illegal comes out. Like, are we talking 50% of the league would do this and wouldn't care? Are we talking 70% of the league?
I mean, dude, from what we saw in like even the Aaron Hernandez doc, when he was like, when Kraft was talking, he was like, when he came into the building, I sat down with him and I said, Aaron, like, I need to know if you did this or not. Like, Kraft is lying through his teeth. There was a conversation had, but I think they were just trying to quiet everything as much as possible. That dude killed 2 people. If like the Patriots, if the Patriots can cover up that in some capacity, I'm not saying they did it all. Obviously, they denounced it and whatnot, but you kind of have to when you get to a certain point, and the police are showing up in Foxborough at the facility. It seems like they are the outlier with getting away with pretty much anything. I
mean Hernandez too. You had the infamous Grok insinuation during a team meeting, so they were definitely turning the other way. But I don't know. I'd like to think.
I think it's like 30 to 50% of the league
would be okay, or would not be okay?
Would be okay.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
with the Vrabel thing.
Like if their coach was at a thing, they'd be like standing O. Do you think it would? Do you think it would happen in Buffalo if it was like a?
Our coach, no. If Josh Allen did it,
I mean, no. But
unfortunately,
but we got rid of the punt. We got rid of the punt god in that
got
whole
rid of
scenario.
The punt god,
and apparently, again, we don't know for sure, but it was investigated and basically came out that some of these things weren't completely accurate, and there were no criminal charges. And now he's in the league.
What was the other one like last year too? Where
so I will say Buffalo does. I feel like we kind of like to keep a little squeaky clean.
Well, it's like it's the vibe. What are the culture? Right?
That was the McDermott culture. Obviously, I'm not saying Joe Brady's is different and he allows for like behavior
crazy
like
stuff,
that to happen. But it's going to be a different culture going forward with these Buffalo Bills. But yeah, the McDermott one was very tight knit, blue collar, and like we want guys that are respectful and are respectful and good human beings off the field as well.
Yeah,
great culture to have. Shout out to Sean McDermott. It was awesome.
I feel like in New York, Jets or Giants, they might try to, but just the nature of media and being able to find anyone anywhere in the paparazzi, I feel like they would almost be forced to not.
You're gonna be
go with this if it happens. Maybe LA too, any big media market. Like New England, their building is in the middle of nowhere.
Foxborough really is.
Yeah.
Like he can kind of just hide and board up in there, and he probably has a home not too far from there that's in a gated community as well. So
I still feel like he's not going to survive that latest, like the playlist, everything. Like it's just not going to go away.
If it keeps piling on,
no one's allowed to have a breaking New England Patriots story because it's like, oh, well, what'd you do?
If this
Bang
keeps
Vrabel?
Piling on until training camp, like there's no way he's showing up and answering questions after each practice.
Yeah, and again, the really interesting thing. Well, you can still hear us. Well, let us get this.
We're like the old-fashioned radio. All right, there you go. The cam link.
I need a mic.
There we go.
Green bang bang.
There we go.
Bang.
We got a nifty cord.
What do you got?
But
let us know
so
if you got
Vrabel,
an iffy cord
obviously
in the chat.
this all happened in
I've had an
in Arizona. That's where this kicked off. Well, Zach, you had some troubling news you
Yeah.
shared with us today.
This was an
unfortunately,
interesting development that I learned. At the beginning of the week.
unfortunately, I have learned that my girlfriend is on an Arizona girls trip. She told me this when I was taking her to the airport, that this is going to be a trip to Arizona with the girls. I don't know. Like it just
Oh
seems
my
like
God.
at
Hang
best
on,
case,
hang on,
it
hang
just
on,
seems
hang
like at best case that it's like a 77-23 situation. Like,
He's selling it hard.
what are you talking
You
about?
knew, so you knew about a girl's trip, did you, or did you not?
I didn't know about anything. I just
No, this is fair actually.
She told
So
me.
for people at home,
I'm clueless.
for people at home on both sides of the fence will tell me that that they didn't tell me that, like they never tell me
That's
anything.
how every relationship
So
works.
but obviously you find out girls trip, you're going to the airport. Dora, I don't know how close you were. When does the question happen? So where are you going?
Yeah, I was on the way there, and I'm like, "Wait, where are you going to?" And she goes, "Wait, I told you about this weeks ago. This is so and so's bachelorette."
Oh wow.
I go, "What?"
Oh no. That's a
Yeah,
I go,
that's more.
I go. Everyone's gonna be horny on this trip. This is crazy, and like so. At a very least, we're looking at a horny girl trip. At the very worst, this could be. I don't even want to say it.
Are you going to be asking for photos?
I have
Yeah,
I contacted some. I got the same guy. I got the same PI. I got the same PI.
Oh,
Good,
okay.
good. Because we're going to need
'Cause, dude,
evidence that this actually is a girl's trip.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
those-
we're gonna have to see. I've gotten some texts that might indicate it's either a very good cover up or something, but we're gonna see. We have to follow through. There's a lot of girls trip
We
left.
might need to-
She's got an Instagram. I'm gonna be lurking
We
myself.
might need to call some all adult resorts to make
Yeah,
sure
let's go with
there's
a-
been no check-ins.
Let's go with a 3-pronged approach on that one. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to send you out there, Slick.
Dude,
If we win this game tonight, you
Yeah,
might have
yeah,
a you
if
might
we
have
win,
a red eye right
Maybe
there.
maybe we ship you to Zona, and it's like a little like temptation, like, oh, can like it be like see exactly see okay, that could be a good spot. We're gonna have to look into that.
I mean, also, like, it's always confused me.
Yeah.
The whole dicks thing with
They love
bachelorette
the
parties.
penises. Let me show
I
you
like
the picture.
what, like I just it's already happening.
was a- there were
I know what they
penises.
look like.
It's already happening. Like they,
Let
like
me show you guys.
no,
some
it doesn't.
pe-
What do you mean?
Let me show you
Well,
guys.
Yeah, I know what they look like too. No, we're talking about like whether they're straws, like they get sippy
Oh, I know.
cups.
Yeah, I know.
They burn
They have,
cakes.
they have cakes with the
Cakes?
dick sprinkles all over.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Don, you weren't ready for
Oh
that.
my
You
God.
Dogs
thought-
and
So,
dogs.
so
Who's the other
I
guy?
saw
Who's
his
that
I
guy?
saw his
that's
face.
that's the husband to be.
Is
Oh
it
my
bad that I
God.
saw
Dogs and
I saw
dogs.
since I saw
Dogs
his
and
face
dogs.
with it, I thought maybe as well it was just his dick all over.
You thought that was his? You think they're just hanging his fetus?
Dude, I don't know. These bachelorettes are crazy.
Bachelorettes
these
really
days.
are crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know what to expect. Yeah, quite the decor though.
That's
hope-
night one.
Hope she has a good time.
Yeah.
Not in that way.
Yeah. So
I hope
when
the
I
girls have fun.
yeah, when I heard it was a
It's-
bachelorette,
It sounds bad however you say it.
when
to
I
be
heard it
honest.
was a bachelorette, I was kind of like the Chihuahua in the Vietnam like meme, like with like the faded Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
No,
Well,
except
especially
you
when
were-
it's like,
like
it's out far. Like I've gone to bachelor parties and it's just like in Ellicottville and we like rent a house and it's like
Nothing bad can happen
yeah,
there.
Yeah, it's a wholesome spot. We're in the woods. Really, we're just like drinking and like doing some drugs with the boys. you know,
Worst thing
so-
that's gonna
doing
happen
some
in
guy
safe
stuff.
one.
Worst thing that's gonna happen in
Gambling.
Ellicottville, you're gonna lose cell service.
dude, you gotta lose it with that.
So here's the final question I think,
Uh-oh.
and the most
I
important.
think
Oh,
your
no.
phone just sucks.
Do
Oh,
you,
no.
do you get part one? Do you guys share locations?
Yeah.
Part two, has it been turned off yet?
No, it's turned on.
All
Let
right,
me
all
check
right.
if she's at the Airbnb.
Live
Let's see.
update.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Oh,
click on that.
hold on. Oh no, she moved. She's somewhere that's not.
What
at the
does that
Airbnb.
say?
She's mobile.
She is. Don't say where she's at. Let's not dox.
I'm not
her,
doxing.
But
I'm not doxing. I thought it was.
looks like she's.
I thought it was sketchy. It
Looks
wasn't-
like
it
she's
wasn't
at.
sketchy. It wasn't sketchy.
She's in Scottsdale.
All right.
They're moving.
Scottsdale isn't as bad as Sedona.
Marketing
so.
team is on it, folks.
Let's
Like,
go.
Wow.
I purchased at Herbal IQ. I'm already getting texts thanking me for the purchase. 30% off here all the time. 6300 Transit Road. Stop by the Q Lounge too. You could there's events back here. Yoga. We got cornhole. There's the Q Coffee. We had some watch parties for some other things as well.
Yeah.
Did you just purchase?
I did. I got some.
I thought you
stuff
came in
before
here like
coming in.
I think you came in here like sorry I'm late.
No, well,
But you had
I
time-
was
but you had
late.
time
I
for the
was
pur- you had
late.
time
I
for
was
the
late.
purchase
I
on the way
was-
in?
I just it was a quick.
Well,
it took
Do you
just
deserve a
30
little
seconds.
roasting for that?
like
I mean,
30
come on. You were
seconds,
tail between your legs. You're
30
like,
seconds.
sorry about I'm late.
It was
Hold on,
30
I just saw
seconds.
you guys compliment me on my watch a lot. Look what I just saw. What is
Oh,
that?
you've never seen that?
No, first time
It's
seeing
Sabres
that.
Bro,
time, boys.
that's a relic.
Oh, that's sick.
That's
Yeah,
a relic.
That's sick.
Oh, it's-
Show the camera that if you can. Yeah.
You
For
could take,
certain.
Zoom in on that. Yeah.
You
at
could
home.
take
Sabres time.
you could take that into a lot of vintage shops in Buffalo. They'd give you a pretty penny, I think.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's exciting to get vintage. What else we got? We got a little
Well,
bit.
speaking
of
of
sport.
girls trips, I mean, a certain woman has been blown up
Oh,
all over the
geez.
internet. You demanded that we talk about this.
I
so-
couldn't.
This kind of is awesome to me.
When I saw this post, I was at a loss for words.
Like,
I couldn't believe that it was out there.
No, I actually like this is dope. Like they're educating the people.
They are absolutely educating the people. But what they're also doing is talking about oral sex on Twitter and between each other. That's a little bit odd.
Between each other.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess they're
Are they
bragging. But I
married
guess
couple?
they're bragging.
Married couple?
They're together.
No,
what are you laughing about? They're bragging.
No, my
They're
favorite.
both bragging.
No,
He's bragging that
it's so
he's,
funny
that he's
because
giving
my
head,
fa-
and she's bragging that he's
No,
a,
my
she's
favorite
top 100
part was
vagina.
like, you know that meme where it's like, what's the best job ever, and it's and the name card is Jerry, head receiver.
Yes.
That guy had that whole essay tweet, and then he's like, obviously he mentions the name Kate, and then the reply to it is, "Hi, Kate here," as if like he's saying, "Hi, I'm the receiver.
Yeah, I'm the case.
receiver of the oral sex here."
So so just gave Kate oral sex. Good night, everyone. Now this, I'm gonna
Oh
read
wait,
this.
I forgot
I'm gonna,
it's that, and then followed up.
yeah,
with
I'm
the
gonna read
essay.
this. I'm gonna read
Plus
this tweet.
the statistics.
This
Yeah,
is
we need
her.
context
This
for
is
the
her
viewers.
vaginal microbiome report. 100 out of 100 score. Top 1% of all vaginas. Her sample is dominated by the single most protective bacterial species of vagina can host. Parentheses Lactobacillus crispatus. So I guess something good's going on there. Only about 25% to 30% of reproductive age women globally are L. crispatus dominant, and dominant usually means above 50%. Kate is at 98.7.
Wow, special.
He's bragging about his girl. The lab found nothing bad to report. Parentheses. No Gardnerella, Candida, STIs, opportunistic pathogens, aerobic vaginitis markers, etc. What's an aerobic vaginitis marker?
This is just
Like gun to your
Latin
head,
me.
like Samuel L. Jackson's got a gun to your head. What is an aerobic vaginitis marker?
I mean,
Fucking
like-
anti-yeast bacteria. That's
Some
what
I
Right.
bet
would
you it means
guess.
some like drag, right? Because it's not getting air. Aerobic is air.
dude,
I have no idea.
I-
This is linked
much
to
air gets in
to
there?
lower risk of BV,
So you
UTIs,
say
yeast
she queefs a
infections.
lot.
It could be. And improved IVF outcomes. Now, IVF outcomes, I get that. That's a big deal for like birth. A lot of it has to do with birth. A vaginal microbiome is downstream of everything. Sleep, glucose. So he's basically saying that like she earned this vagina. Sleep, glucose control, stress, gut health,
Yeah, she
sexual
wasn't
health,
born with it.
what
This
you
is-
eat, and what you put in it. No, she's saying all that, and then she got 100 out of 100. It's unbelievable. 20 million views.
Can I can I be a contrarian?
Hi
to this?
everyone, Kate
no,
here.
she didn't earn.
That's so funny.
I need to take the contrarian approach.
The one
to
that
this,
got
though.
the head here.
So I got to take the contrarian approach. You're right. The dude is bragging. I'm gonna say that whole paragraph to explain I got some good pussy reeks
Crazy.
reeks of Ken Dorsey DVOA people. It reeks of the people being like, no, we might be in the worst stretch of football with Josh Allen we've ever had, but we're actually really good if you look at these metrics.
Yeah,
Very
he might be
devi-
coping.
Very
He might be
DVOA.
coping
Like-
with statistics. It might be like when you look at like what what is it? The pro football metrics say in terms of linebackers instead of their on-field productivity.
This did, like, I don't mean to get too graphic. This did have me wondering. I'm like, all right, what is my girl's number? What is the best number I've ever had? But I also thought about what's the worst number? I'm like I might have been with a couple 55.
dude.
Oh, not a yoke and
Like, I
hash
might have
or
been,
Jerry
like,
Hughes.
like day 4 of a music festival, like
Dude.
Day
no
4.
showers. Yeah, 4 days. Yeah.
Oh,
Floor's up.
man. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
So
You earn it the other way.
Just a bonkers tweet, and then some of the replies are just like insane to this whole situation.
I mean,
well,
it is a good tweet. Have you seen like the AI generated videos where it's like
Who is
actually
this
giving
guy?
like eating pussy is like the healthiest thing you can do. It extends your life by 40%. And then they have the reverse for like
What's the pH, which is an acid level?
yeah,
yeah,
acid or basic or neutral.
yeah, oh yeah.
And I'm
7.0.
joking about it because he actually responds with below 4.5, which inhibits virtually all known pathogens.
So it's
acidic in a way that like gets rid
No,
of. I
I
mean,
think
that's
that's or wait.
Yeah, no,
it's a base. Base is
that's
low,
a base, right? Yeah,
is it a base?
I think that's a
right? All
base.
right, we're getting scientific right here. Let's look it up.
Neutral is 7.
Okay, acid. No,
Lower
it's
than 7,
acidic.
yeah, and
okay,
that makes
you're right,
sense
you're
because
right,
well,
you're
his
right,
whole
right.
point
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
yeah,
it gets
yeah,
rid
yeah.
of bacteria or
Yep,
whatever.
you're
things like
right.
that.
Yep.
All right, but that's crazy.
Wow, 4.5. Yep.
This guy talking about the pH level of his girlfriend's vagina, fellas. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if I mean my lady, my bride to
Wait,
be
how do you do
puts
that
up
to-
with a lot. I don't know if she'd put up with that one.
Do you
from
take
me.
like a
I'm telling you, the follow-ups are crazy.
How does
Like the
it-
pH
Do
follow-up.
you think she was actually like proud to chime in, or felt kind of like
How do you do that?
handcuffed?
Do you like
It's weird that he had to say "well said" to what she said.
No, yeah, that was crazy. What do you think
They're
like
just tweeting. They're lying next to each other in bed, just typing all this. Oh, my God. No, I don't think I've stooped that low. Hopefully.
this guy,
Oh
so
my
this guy,
God.
so this guy parodied it. So this guy parodied it. He goes, just gave her. This is her microbiome. Bottom.
Literally
He goes.
growing
He goes.
pizzas
He
in-
goes. He goes. Bottom 5% of vaginas out there.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a terrible
Oh
percentile.
no.
I mean, how do you do that? Do you like put pH? Do you like put pH paper like on it?
I have, dude. I don't
Like
even
what?
want to know. I don't want to know.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'll give it a shot.
It's absolutely absurd. Speaking of absurd, 30%
Oh,
off
dude, I'm
on
crying.
all products here. That was awesome. Thank you, internet, for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
microbiome,
thank
yeah,
you guys.
craziness. Just a lot of craziness going into this weekend
I
for
thought
sure.
you said great penis
Yeah.
first.
More craziness, Slick.
Yeah,
Again,
what's
we've
up?
razzed you a little bit because you are kind of a Boston adjacent fan with the Red Sox and the Celtics.
Go Celtics.
Celtics going to Game 7.
Yeah, embarrassing performance last night, and it doesn't help either that I have Knicks fans coming at me that they want to see us in the second round, but they already got the job done with a historic blowout against the Hawks.
How does that
I was
happen
talking.
that was Game 6, right?
yeah,
How does
and
that
I was
happen in a Game
talking
6?
so sweet to these Knicks fans when the Hawks were up 2-1 in the series, and now to here we are. So Philly and Boston, two teams they faced off the most in the playoffs in NBA history. I think most Game 7 in playoffs history as well. Boston always gets the better of them. I'm not worried, but it is just tolling, especially with Jason Tatum coming off an ACL injury.
Well, it's something with a cast now.
He's yeah, exactly. And Jalen Brown's got the that's me. That's the good alarm, the do my job alarm. And then you got Jalen Brown got like tendonitis and whatnot. So obviously, as we've seen, the NBA is most playoffs. It's a matter of who can stay healthy down the stretch for the longest. Hockey, guys suck it up. They stay with it. In the NBA, sometimes it's hard. People are tearing their Achilles. You had Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum both in late rounds of the playoffs last year. So I don't love them going to 7. But I think everyone can agree, even if they're going to give me shit for the Boston stuff of it all, most people hate Philly fans. So no, I don't want to see the Sixers. No one wants to see Joel Embiid go into the second round, and even then, it would be like Knicks in 4 or 5. I think.
If the Sabres take care of business tonight, I'll support you in Game 7. But
Okay.
if we don't, then I don't have enough eyes for it for
I
sure.
will. And around the NBA, I mean, some interesting other stuff happening.
There was a point just on that next game. I'm sorry, I know because I know you're probably about to. There was a point where I looked. I think it was late first half or early second half. The Knicks were shooting 79% from 2-point range. So like literally like it was like 21 of 26 or something.
Yeah,
Like so like just imagine watching them in warmups shoot 26 times and just seeing it going 21 times. Like that's insane. They were doing that versus defense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you do see that in warmups, which is crazy. So the fact to see that in real time, seeing NBA players miss like wide open shots in general is crazy, but with defenders in their faces, 21 to 26, my gosh, that was historic. I think 101 points with 6 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter, doubling the Hawks buckets.
Chalamet going nuts.
And then
Of course he was.
Did you see the meme where it was like Tina Fey, him, and
people are going nuts. Kylie Jenner.
But someone had a Buffalo meme where it was like, what was it? It was like South Buffalo, North Tonawanda, Clarence.
Pretty much.
Like,
pretty much.
It's pretty spot on, actually.
Yeah.
But Maniac, your Pistons down 3-2, headed to Orlando tonight. They've kind of got punched in the mouth and knocked backwards. I think a lot of people thought this series was going to be a cakewalk for them for how good they looked.
I mean, Banchero is just unbelievable. Magic are definitely for real. I think that the Detroit did kind of steady the series with the Game 5 win. They were down 3-1 as well, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big night tonight in Orlando. It's similar to the Sabres situation. If they win tonight, then all the pressure's on the other team. Obviously, the Orlando Magic in this one. But yeah, Banchero is an absolute dog. But I think Detroit's kind of getting their feet under him. We'll see. The first quarter will be big in that game.
Magic not to be taken lightly. They surprised a lot of people in the play-in games as well, just to even get into the playoffs. So yeah. Here they are with the lead.
I was riding the Hornets, and they kind of
blew the brakes off the Hornets on that one for sure. That Vegas had that one all wrong. Indeed.
And speaking of Vegas, it's my lunchtime walk tonight. I'm fading the Lakers, who are up now 3-2. We're up 3-0.
Yeah.
They stand to be tied and go into a game 7. I mean, if this goes to a game 7 and somehow the Lakers give up that 3-0 lead, I mean,
do you lay tire?
Yeah, do you lay tired? And I mean, we've been saying this has been a huge year to be a Michael Jordan fan with like not just the things happening with him in NASCAR, the haters having all their qualms about it, that whole inappropriate thing that wasn't inappropriate. I mean, they're going to be in heaven if he blows it. I mean, how much of a legacy hit will that be?
They're gonna say Mike would never. That's what they would say. So it would be massive. That would get added to all the graphics. Every graphic you saw from now on would say squandered for 3-0 leads for certain
in the first round.
In the first round too. It's like not like versus a championship squad. Like, and they haven't even had Kevin Durant half the time. Am I correct? I'm pretty sure the Rockets have been without KD for like most of the series.
He definitely wasn't playing the other.
Right?
Yeah, I've definitely seen him on the sideline for some of those for sure.
Yeah, and granted, the Lakers do have injuries of their own, but that was all factored in before the series. That's why Rockets were kind of heavily favored. They're 3.5 points tonight. We're gonna have to see how that shakes
Rocket
out.
squad is no joke either without KD though, so that's to be acknowledged as well.
Yeah, no, I mean they got a young squad in like
Eamon Thompson.
But yeah, Durant's been out the last 2 games while they've started this.
Yeah, and they've lost.
Yeah, crazy.
Our Lakers have lost. Obviously, But speaking of, let's turn it to local sports. We got this Bison's Cheerio jersey. First thoughts on this?
Flames. I need it.
I don't like it. To be honest, I think it's the yellow is way too much.
Yeah, well, when you see it, you'll be disagreeing in that warm sun. You're just grayed out right now from this terrible.
I don't know, like Cheerios, obviously, like the golden, the oat of it all, but that's too bright of a yellow. Speaking of Flashback Friday, it kind of looks like a SpongeBob SquarePants jersey.
Okay, I mean, that's
my argument.
That's a bad
thing? No,
thing?
it's not a bad thing, but like what? Why yellow? I think you should have done that with blue and then the red buffalo in red and the same logo. Where is yellow coming from? That is not a color of ours for the Bisons.
The one thing
every year
I guess the Cheerios when they do, that's a totally different yellow, brother.
When they
Look
do
at
the
that.
wing jerseys,
Look at
they do a different color too. You
Look at
silly.
that. That is different.
I'll say I like the
That's
hat.
like mustard.
like that.
I know.
Okay, but you're saying you can't say that you can't do yellow because yellow's Cheerios.
I kind of forgot. It's like Cheerios is so yellow.
Yeah.
But like that's a different yellow. That's like Cheerios is more like a
Rockstar Kings.
mustard.
All right,
with you on
Rockstar
that.
King is with you
Here-
on that
here's
one.
this-
I just don't know. I usually like the alternatives. I loved what they did. What the Marvel jerseys.
Uh-huh.
I love the Bandits collabs they did.
Star Wars jerseys.
Yeah.
Star
yeah,
Wars
they're
were
always
dope.
fire. They're always fire.
I love the hats on these. I might get a hat. I don't know. I'm just a fan of. Am I wrong that I think baseball jerseys that aren't button up are kind of like
Amateurish.
not cool?
Yeah.
I get that they're only doing it for one game. Maybe they don't want to go through the trouble of the embroidery, so they're just.
You know what it
printing them.
reminds
Looks
me
like
of?
it looks like Little League.
Yeah, exactly.
It reminds me of like the basketball jerseys they tried to roll out with sleeves, like the LeBron block Cavs black ones.
That's crazy.
Like what? Why?
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
No,
I
no.
agree. The baseball, the button, you need them to look professional and
Yep.
suited up like you're about to hit some dingers.
Yeah, well, I mean, weather's warming up. I'm gonna have my eyes on pups on the park. I think, we might have to have a pup date there, and we're gonna have to check out more of the theme nights there. But as the show winds down, folks, remember, get to Herbal IQ on Transit Road in Depew, 30% off the entire store. That's right. Let me repeat that again because you think you misheard me. 30% off the entire store. That is true. Come in and say, you know what? The train wreck guys brought you here.
I'm getting nervous.
Well, yeah.
I'm getting overwhelmed by the nervousness of this game. I need to get some of my off hours, Green Crag vapes. We can get, calm vibes before the game for sure. So, but also don't forget Q Lounge, host your events, host everything. It's a nice alternative operation for it. So go check out DM the Q Lounge to find out more.
Yeah, I plugged some ladies on the train for the Q Lounge the other day.
Phrasing.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
phrasing,
really
I'm sorry.
bad.
But they were looking for a new dispensary.
needed a new
The one
plug.
they were going for wasn't doing it for them. So the one said, "Hey, I heard there's one on Transit that does yoga. I mean, ladies, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but 6300 Transit Road is the answer you're looking for. The Q Lounge, just out back of Herbal IQ, yoga, watch parties, much more, DJs, vendors, and all the best products you could possibly ask for, and Q Coffee into the equation. I know Maniac's pumped about that. He drinks a bunch of that.
I love
shit.
Q Coffee. Shout out Hannah, holding down Q Coffee. But we are just about 2 hours till puck drop. I'm starting to get nervous. We got to lock in, and we got to kind of make our way to the pregame, I'd say.
Yeah, got to get over to Sports City. In terms of signing off, let's all have a pick for not first goal. Let's give an anytime goal because maybe we could parlay this together, win the people some money.
My game parlay is Sabres money line, Tage 2 goals, plus 1100.
Wow,
There we go.
That's value.
All right, I think it's that dirty little rat
Oh yeah,
that we love on the road. I like the way he lines up. I think third line with Norris back. He's got his guy back that's going to set him up. I like Benson with a goal, maybe an apple too. I'm expecting 2 goals out of this line tonight.
I don't know why. For me, it's a Ryan McLeod night. I think he finds the back of the net. The second line, obviously they've been hot, but they're going to keep finding their ways. I was going to say Norris on the power play, but that's a bit risky, obviously. We're going to have our prayer circle for the power play, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But, folks, come down here, and you'll see what happens. You're going to get some great product. So, any more
30% off
shout-outs
on
before
all
we sign
products.
off?
No, get your product at Herbal IQ, and let's lock in and get a Game 6 win.
Yeah.
And also don't text anyone about your cannons.
Don't text anyone about your cannons. Pray for Maniac and
Don't cheat on your
relationship. Don't cheat on your boyfriend or husband either on a girl's bachelorette trip. Pray for our boy and pray for our Sabres. And you got it right, baby. Game time, baby. Let's have a good
night game now. Let's go.